Hi, and welcome to our Spring 2023 Demo Day for Techstars LA, powered by JP Morgan. I'm Matt Kozlov, Managing Director of the program, and on behalf of Techstars and the 12 amazing companies presenting today, thank you for joining us. For those of you new to Techstars, we are the global network that helps entrepreneurs succeed. To date, we've invested in over 3,700 companies, and our portfolio's combined market cap is over $99.9 billion. Techstars is deeply committed to investing in and supporting the LA ecosystem. To date, over 250 companies have graduated from our LA-based programs, and over 135 alumni from other Techstars programs have decided to build their companies here. Collectively, they've raised over $1 billion. This spring, we actually did something in Los Angeles that we've never done before. We ran 2 Techstars programs at the same time. Today, you'll hear from the companies graduating from our Techstars Los Angeles program, powered by JP Morgan. Since the inception of Techstars LA 6 years ago, we have pledged to invest in founders and companies that reflect the diversity of our community. This class builds on that commitment. Of the 12 companies presenting today, 9 are led by CEOs that identify as underrepresented. Looking forward to this fall, in September, we will be running a second Techstars LA program powered by JP Morgan, as well as our Techstars Space program with support from our partners at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab and the United States Space Force. And next spring, we will once again run Techstars LA and Techstars Healthcare, sponsored by Cedars-Sinai, Point32 Health, UC Irvine Health, and United Healthcare. If you missed our Techstars Healthcare Demo Day yesterday, we encourage you to go back and watch the recording. You can find the link below in the description of today's event. You're about to hear 12 awesome pitches from 12 amazing founders. Thanks to Stonks, this is an interactive event. You'll see live chat to the side, and below you'll find overviews on every company, with one-click buttons to get in touch. Please reach out to them right here on the Stonks platform if you'd like to learn more, but also reach out if you think you can be helpful. Our ask of you is that you try to find at least one company that you can be helpful to. Maybe it's an introduction to a customer, a potential hire, an investor. If all of you watching today do one thing, just one thing, imagine what these teams might accomplish today alone. And now, please meet the 2023 spring class of Techstars LA, powered by JP Morgan.
Hi, I'm Selin, co-founder and CEO of Cuptail. 6 years ago, when I got pregnant, my husband and I were overjoyed. This was our dream. We read all the books, flew our parents overseas, and bought tons of products. Behind our excitement was this unwelcomed fear, and to be honest, the anxiety was there for a reason. My baby lost weight because I didn't have sufficient feeding guidance. We missed feedings, vaccinations, and medicine because the family couldn't coordinate. We were far from being the parents we wanted to be. The market is flooded with products, experts, and content. Just the baby tech market that includes point solutions like smart bottles and cribs is $190 billion. Yet, 70% still report anxiety because no one takes a comprehensive approach. That's why we created Cuptail, a caregiver-friendly app that provides personalized guidance and coordination tools to help new parents provide better care for their babies. We understand the parenting journey and predict the challenges parents may face. We match parents to care guidance, experts, and products in real time. Let's see it work. Like most parents, Valencia wants to follow health guidelines, so when the baby arrives, Cuptail builds a plan for her first challenge, breastfeeding. Valencia follows the schedule, tracks her feeds, and gets reminders if she misses. Cuptail is smart. If Valencia struggles, she'll get matched with lactation experts, breastfeeding guidance, and lactation supporting products. And as her baby grows, Valencia is guided for sleep training, starting solids, going back to work, and more. And because we support all caregivers, we made the Cubs. Cubs are smart buttons that work with a simple button press. They make communicating even easier so everyone is in sync. And finally, Valencia's appointments with pediatricians are a breeze. Her doctor can easily see baby's milestones, growth, and routines. Cuptail makes data transparent. Valencia and her family have done a fantastic job. Value is created across the board. Parents want the best. They purchase app subscriptions and the Cubs. Baby experts are matched to parents in exchange for revenue share. Baby companies get to present their products to the right customer exactly when they need them. We offer personalized reach. And our vision is to integrate this improved baby care experience with health systems so the entire ecosystem wins. We launched Cuptail a year ago and hit 55,000 users. Our users already love us, calling us a lifesaver. Cuptail was chosen #1 coolest parenting tech by USA Today, and we have a 4.9 star rating from 3,000 reviewers. Our revenue has been growing steadily, and the better part is we are killing it on retention. Our 30-day retention is 5 times better than the category bests. And the team? We've built personalization software for Fortune 100. I have an MBA from INSAD, and Duigo has a computer science PhD. And we are parents. Happier parents are raising healthier kids. Join us.
Hi, I'm Eric Posner, co-founder and CEO of Swerve. If this were one giant workout class together, you'd all hear me hooting and hollering. It's the community and camaraderie created from working out with friends that lights my fire. But I'm not alone. Gym visits in the US have hit an all-time record high, surpassing pre-pandemic numbers. But despite this resurgence, due to pandemic-spurred labor shortages, plus the difficulty scaling talent, millions of group exercise rooms look like this: lonely, empty, and frankly, stuck in the past. Now, it's not just putting butts in seats. We know that members who take group exercise classes at gyms have a 2 times higher lifetime value than those who don't. The power of community cannot be ignored. Enter Swerve, a tech-forward fitness experience where high fives are no longer virtual and you're no longer alone. Led by Swerve's world-class instructors beamed on the big screen, you and your neighbors work as a team, compete against all other locations across the country. When those scores go up, riders go nuts. And this is the magic of Swerve. The team-based gamification you see on the screen instantly creates engagement, community, and connection. Once empty rooms are now filled with Swervers working towards a common goal and vying for bragging rights from New York to LA. It's not just fitness. It's a community-building experience supercharged by the power of team sports. Let's go. Swerve is turnkey. Our technology taps into existing equipment, then all we have to do is hang up a TV, plug in a receiver, a mini computer into the wall, and we're up and running in less than 2 weeks. Our tech stack is easy to set up, but difficult to replicate. Now, being first to market in our category, we've already secured some of the largest partners in the industry. We're currently live within 11 locations across 8 states, and with scale, these clients alone offer a 12 million ARR opportunity. And by the end of this month, we'll be doubling our studio count. So why are gyms partnering with Swerve? As I described, when members take group classes, their lifetime value skyrockets. And for only $300 a month, Swerve packs their schedule with classes, which drives up to 6 times more bookings, 9 times more revenue, and saves them up to $20K per year in costs. But cycling is just the beginning. As we add more sports into the mix, Swerve will be the end-to-end live experience provider for gyms, which is a massive opportunity. The global virtual fitness industry is projected to become a $188 billion business in the next 10 years. And we'll capture a significant share of that market by starting with gyms, corporations, apartment buildings, hotel gyms, and others to follow. My co-founder and I have over a decade of experience building and scaling gyms. We combined our expertise with one of Peloton's co-founders, top talent from SoulCycle, Flywheel, Rumble, and a CTO who specialized in global live streaming of events, arming us with the experience needed to drive success in the world of fitness and technology. Scan the QR code to reach out, or better yet, to join us for the ride. Let's Swerve.
Hi, my name is Ryan, founder and CEO of Happiest Hours, and I want to paint a picture for you. Imagine you're at an event enjoying your last sip of a passion-fruit margarita while you're in line waiting for another one. As you approach the bar, the bartender delivers the unthinkable news. I'm so sorry, we are out of tequila, but we do have a ton of whiskey. You're not going to mix alcohol, so you decide to call it a night. Businesses spend over $32 billion on alcohol for their events every year, and 100% of the time, it's miscalculated.
Look, nothing puts the brakes on an event like understocking the bar. Then again, nothing breaks the bank like overstocking it. Since alcohol can't be returned, buyers can overspend by 25%. On the flip side, it's no fun for the bartender either. Believe me, I hated being that bartender. When I lived in England, bartending was my first job, and I loved how a cocktail would bring people together, but hated feeling responsible when we would run out of alcohol. You see, in order to sell alcohol, you need a liquor license. And in order to even apply for a liquor license, you need a physical location. With our wine and spirit shop and our seamless booking platform, Happiest Hours is the only company that can provide the exact amount of alcohol for your event. We make booking a bartender a simple process at the customer's fingertips. Here's how it works. You go to happiesthours.com, you input your event details, you select your bartender, select 3 cocktails with the alcohol associated. You'll even have an option to upgrade to premium. You pay for the service up front, and we charge you for the alcohol used after the event. That's it. A memory is now in the making with just a couple of clicks. On our end, we provide everything from the ingredients all the way to the bartender. When the event's over, we come and pick up all the unopened bottles and only charge you for what was used at the event. It's that simple. Our business model is simple as well. The average revenue per event is $1,400 and has a 33% profit margin. Last year, we did $230,000 in revenue, and we're on track to do over 300% over the next 18 months. Some ways we managed to pull off this type of growth include working with real estate companies where we sold our services as housewarming gifts. We've also partnered with event planners, other bartending companies, and venue owners where we sold their clients the alcohol. Our plan for growth includes connecting bartenders to other liquor stores across the country with our booking platform. Happiest Hours will be the #1 platform for servicing and providing alcohol for events. Our team is dynamic as well and has exceptional experience in sales, branding, marketing, and operations. If you're interested in disrupting the alcohol industry, contact us and learn more how Happiest Hours is making memories at scale. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bright Jampa, CEO and founder of Omega 3. This is supposed to be a full and nutritious school meal. You have the right amount of fruits, nuts, proteins, and vegetables. It is truly healthy and balanced. However, this right here is the reality of what most kids in the public school system get served right now. I would know because for 12 years, I got served this every single day as a student. It was unbalanced, full of sugars and unnecessary fats, and packed with synthetic ingredients that I couldn't even pronounce. It was a full-blown crisis. That's why we launched Omega 3. Omega 3 is revolutionizing the way schools think about child nutrition by providing food items that are affordable, accessible, and absolutely delicious. We've created 2 products that address the nutrition crisis hitting our schools right now: bars and cereal. Both are nutrient-dense meal substitutes, meaning a child can eat an Omega 3 product without having to supplement it with any additional nutrients. Our products are rich in protein, low in sugar, gluten-free and dairy-free, and most importantly, they are fortified with nutrients that have been proven to sustain one's brain health. And we are not like most CPG companies out there because we primarily sell B2B, not direct to consumer. This allows for a low cost of acquiring a customer, a low logistics cost to get the product to the customer, and absolute loyalty once you have them. And we found a strong and scalable B2B channel in K-12 school districts. There are 14,000 school districts in the United States, and we can sell to these school districts directly at far higher quantities and on a contractual basis. This gives us incredible visibility into our financials and allows us to build a sustainable company. And to that end, we've already secured 4 school district contracts totaling in $1.3 million in annual contract value, which is less than 1% of the available market. And that's not the only B2B sales channel we're going after. We're we're also going to airlines. We are on the cusp of finalizing a deal with an international partner that plans to distribute our product as an in-flight refreshment, a contract worth $1.1 million per year. And we have the team to make it possible. I got my degree in nutrition and food science, and it was during that time that I decided to partner with the leading food scientist professors in the country to create our products today. And to tackle the K-12 industry, we've got a team member that brings over 20 years of experience in this space. Join us as we scale to revolutionize the way our children are fed. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Arik, the CEO of Safa, and this is me in front of a 1998 E36 BMW M3. I love cars, driving them, modifying them, repairing them, though my parents would say I'm better at breaking them. And this is an exploded diagram of the engine in that car. I can name about 80% of the parts here by memory, but only because I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours reviewing technical documentation. Each part in these diagrams is interconnected, but understanding and remembering all of those relationships is hard. It's easy to forget something, especially if going by memory. This is worse for autonomous vehicles, enterprise, robotics, and aerospace applications, which have thousands of documents and millions of lines of code. Where over 4 million software engineers in the United States alone collectively spend 20 to 50% of their time, or over $200 billion worth of time, reviewing, creating, and maintaining their documentation and code. That's why we built Safa, a generative AI developer tool that cuts that cost in half by assisting software engineers with document review and creation. With an annual subscription, we integrate with all sources of truth, text and code alike, including our competitors JAMA Software, IBM Doors, and Polarian, the ubiquitous but manual requirements tools of today. We feed all of this data to our custom large language model, the brain of our platform, which understands all of the relationships within and between these data sources as they continually change. Through our front-end search, engineers can enter bug reports, feature requests, regulatory requirements, or just ask a question about their system. And with Safa's understanding, they are immediately given what that search is related to within the context of their system. And in the case a document doesn't exist where it should, we'll generate a contextually relevant one that automatically updates when changes are made. By centralizing this knowledge, Safa provides engineering teams with the information they need when they need it, enabling faster decisions across all stakeholders and reducing the time and cost of building, deploying, and maintaining their software. We held our initial proof of concept with Northrop Grumman and Siemens, secured a $250K NSF grant, raised a $500K pre-seed safe, had our US patent granted, released our MVP 2.0, and we are continuing to move quickly with 3 MOUs and 60 waitlisted companies, all secured since starting Techstars. We are a spin-out from the University of Notre Dame and hold deep expertise in this specific problem area, with a wide variety of experience in academia, defense, machine learning, and startups. We are on a mission to help engineers build at the speed innovation requires. If you would like to join us on this journey, please reach out. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Natasha McCrae. My co-founder Sheila Jackson and I are disrupting the whiskey industry. We love whiskey. Women have always been involved in whiskey. We invented distilling technology. We were early rum runners and bootleggers who passed down secret recipes through generations. But for decades, whiskey has been marketed as a man's drink. These ads from the 50s, 60s, and 70s look the same as this present-day ad for Jim Beam. Jackson McCrae is here to revolutionize the industry with a whiskey made by women for women. The percentage of female whiskey drinkers has more than doubled since the 90s. And according to research, this consistent growth is responsible for the recent boom in whiskey sales. We understand our consumer more than any other brand and have unlocked the female audience. We started with deep customer discovery, asking women what they like, and created a recipe based on their responses. The result is Jackson McCrae, a great tasting premium whiskey. We source the finest rye whiskey from Tennessee, bring it to California, then rest it in French oak and California Syrah barrels. We created a rich, smooth whiskey with notes of caramel, vanilla, smoke, and spice. Our bottle is inspired by California sunsets. As the spirit is consumed, the sun sets into the ocean. Jackson McCrae launches in July in California, right here in the #1 state and top metropolitan area for American whiskey consumption, Los Angeles. Priced at $78, you'll find us right between Heaven's Door and Angel's Envy. Our first production of 3,000 bottles will be available in Northern and Southern California. We are excited to share Jackson McCrae, where powerful women gather, and in fine restaurants, wine and spirit shops, luxury hotels, and private clubs. We have commitments from Alta Adams, a Michelin Guide restaurant, Happiest Hours, a host of wine and spirit shops, and The Gathering Spot, a private club with multiple locations. And we're in talks with luxury hotel groups. Sheila and I met at the Sundance Film Festival and became fast friends. We are each other's biggest fans. My friend is an award-winning writer-producer. Me, I'm an actress, director, and coach for high-achieving women. We've done countless projects together, and we look forward to expansion with additional whiskey releases and canned cocktails. We're changing the face of whiskey. Jackson McCrae is a revolution, and we're starting with great whiskey and a new visual narrative that represents and celebrates the true diversity of whiskey drinkers. And you can join the movement at jacksonmccraewhiskey.com.
Hi, my name is Fernando, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Pits. As a long-time soccer player and huge fan, nothing made me happier than when my oldest daughter told me, "Daddy, I want to play soccer like you." But you know what brought me even greater joy? Watching her score for the first time, and here's the video. That's right, there's no video. I missed it because nobody was recording, and I felt so terrible that at the next game, I shot the whole thing with my phone, and I hated it because I watched the game through my screen, and then I spent hours figuring out how to edit a 50-minute video to share specific clips with other parents. This was killing the joy of parenting my child through my favorite sport. I'm not alone. 50 million parents share this burden while investing billions of dollars annually in our children's sports. As a robotics engineer who has created dozens of software products, I knew there had to be a better way. We created Pits so you can attend your kid's game and simply enjoy it. And when you get home, you have 20 clips from the game magically show up on your phone. You hit play and you swipe through content like this.
Atlas Country Club coming out of the back. A defensive mistake. Here's El Pollo. El Pollo!
One click and boom, it's shared to your social network. That's it. This is what children want, and this is how we get parents in that zone, or PITS for short. On the business front, leagues pay us $1,500 per season, and they also ensure that videos are captured by putting a camera in the field, by getting parents to record, or by paying extra to have us come and shoot it. We use software to process the footage and automatically identify the exciting moments of the game to turn them into shareable clips. Finally, through our tech, we add different audiovisual effects, including professional commentary. Similar to how school photos operate, if parents love the game clips, they can make a direct purchase to get an enhanced experience that includes clips of their children. 60 million children participate in organized sports in the US. It's huge. Moreover, the youth sports video equipment market is expected to reach $5.5 billion next year. This makes today the perfect moment. We have been backed by great investors, including 10 Mexican soccer superstars, and most recently, by the leading sporting goods retailer in Mexico. So we began with soccer in Mexico and successfully served an impressive 13,000 games in 2022 alone. We strategically decided to expand into the US market this year, and after joining Techstars, we have secured agreements totaling $240K, giving our American dream a tangible form. Today, we're thrilled to announce we've established a major partnership with a key youth sports institution that is set to triple the value of our contracts by September. We're Mexicans who work hard and smart. That includes Rafa, my co-founder, another soccer parent who successfully exited the business to Puma. We're parents, we're making youth sports amazingly fun and reshareable. We are in the zone, and you can be too. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Stefan Gunnarsson, CEO of PropTech. Over the past 23 years, as an angel investor, I've invested in 19 companies, and I've created several tech companies with multiple exits. I'm going to show you why PropTech is by far the best company I've built. A few years ago, I bought this house, and I spent 2 years searching for it. After hours on the internet searching and cruising through incorrect and incomplete listings, while the information of the home was not communicated through these listings, it became really difficult to pinpoint my ideal property. By default, sellers and agents are describing what they think sells. After all, that's their job. But reality and expectations are often not aligned when it comes to real estate. More so, inaccurate data at source bleeds into the larger ecosystem, with banks and insurance companies typically increasing premium to mitigate risk due to lack of accurate insight into these properties. To solve this problem, our AI technology extracts all of the missing information from all of the images made available in a listing. We then enrich the data and sell this information back to the banks and insurance companies and brokerages. A few months ago, we signed up 2 of the largest real estate CRMs servicing 78,000 agents for Keller Williams and Remax, providing us with 60 million photos a year. Last month, we entered contract drafting with 6 of the larger listing providers in the country, providing us with an additional 500 million images a year. Over the past 2 years, we've accumulated a total revenue of $705,000, thanks to the launch of our latest AI models and our 6 pending contracts. We're expecting our ARR to exceed $12 million by this year end. With this traction, we're looking at revenue in excess of $50 million in 2024, and we're just scratching the surface of a $200 billion opportunity. We have a strong team that has over 30 years of experience in the industry. Myself, several startups, successful exits. My co-founder Josh, with extensive experience in AI, project, and key account management. And our CTO Scott, who brings with him more than 20 years in technical experience and in the real estate industry. And not to forget, 11 data scientists, engineers, and developers that have been with us over the past 3 years. AI has taken every business by storm over the last few months, and PropTech is leading the way in real estate. Thank you.
My name is Jane Chen, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Stepwise. I was trained as a scientist, but learned that having the biggest impact on climate is not necessarily through lab innovation, but by making it easier for people to make green decisions that are good for the environment and good for their pocketbook. Electrifying homes and transportation is the most powerful way we have to do that. That's why we started Stepwise. There are 64 million households in the US that can't electrify without expensive electrical work. This means they can't get EVs, heat pumps, electric stoves, and more. Meet Christina and Teddy, who finally saved up enough money to buy a home. They recently ordered a Nissan Leaf to save money on gas and wanted the convenience and cost savings of charging their car at home. Unfortunately, after they called up an electrician, they found out that their electric panel didn't have enough capacity to accommodate this EV charger, and it would cost a whopping $8,000. Talk about a shock. Think about your electric panel like an overloaded power strip. Imagine you're cooling your house, microwaving leftovers, using your stove, and decide to plug in your car. With an older panel, you would exceed its safety limits, which would trip your breakers. We have a smarter alternative. Introducing Stepwise. We can optimize the usage of your existing panel via a smart device, which keeps it within the safe limits. Rather than costing $8,000, it would cost in total $2,000. And best of all, electricians love us. We know because our co-founder Ethan is a master electrician with 10 years of trades experience. A traditional upgrade requires 20 hours to install, while the Stepwise only takes 3. This means electricians make 2 times more per hour and allows them to complete 4 times more jobs, which alleviates pains caused by the labor shortages. We launched our beta in 4 homes where we're collecting live data and have a pipeline of 15 more installations this summer, before our official launch in the fall. And we'll first sell our hardware through electrician networks, then we'll sell to landlords and collect recurring revenue through offering charging services to their tenants. Finally, we'll partner with utilities and municipalities to expand our reach even further. We are the team behind Stepwise. I am a chemist turned consultant bringing business experience. Austin is an engineer bringing technical chops. And Ethan is a seasoned electrician and the first Tesla-certified charger installer in Rhode Island. We are making electrification effortless. Join us on this mission.
I am Lee, the CEO of Dirt, and I love trash. But for most people, trash sucks. It's gross, it smells, it leaks on our streets, and it attracts vermin. In addition to being, well, disgusting, the industry that manages it is broken. Trash trucks congest our streets, haul our waste hundreds of miles away to a landfill, and the combined emissions account for 22% of global warming. For the commercial sector, society's largest producer of waste, this means steep and rising bills. At Dirt, we built a simple solution. Process the smelly, polluting food waste locally, turning it into valuable compost, eliminating emissions, and reducing trucking by 95%. Our fully automated, patent-pending hardware does the heavy lifting, ingesting, shredding, mixing, and making dirt while collecting impact data. The software manages logistics and compliance while providing a first-of-its-kind real-time impact reporting. The results, 50% cost reduction to customers, and accurate data enabling all stakeholders to meet mandated environmental goals. So let's talk business. We make money in 3 ways. Small producers, like restaurants and bars, leverage our hauler network, bring their waste to a centralized unit. Large producers, like hotels and stadiums, pay a monthly fee for a dedicated on-site unit. We monetize the output, organic compost. Now, responsibly managing food waste and reporting back accurate data is mandated in 8 states, with regulations sweeping across the US and EU. And that's why we started big, with a pilot at the Rose Bowl Stadium, saving them $15,000 in hauling and landfilling during their summer festival season. Shortly after, the Fairmont Hotel became our first paying customer and is set to receive our first production unit. In conjunction, we are onboarding small businesses into our micro-hauling platform and nurturing relationships with municipalities to build long-term contracts. We have also formed strategic partnerships with the U.S. Compost Council, Eco Products, and the Green Sports Alliance, all known as industry leaders. And this is where it gets really exciting. As it stands today, our country can only process 12% of the food waste we produce, meaning the industry is primed for rapid growth. The market today is $1.4 billion in LA, $70 billion in the US, and since trash never ends, it will reach $122 billion by 2032. I am Lee. I have scaled logistics, engineering, and business development in clean tech my entire career. I'm also an urban homesteader right here in LA. Adam is our co-founder and CTO. He bootstrapped his first startup to an exit and has been coding since he was 10. And Alex, our lead software engineer and trash inspector, has built software from 0 to 1 for the last decade. We also have a great group of investors and advisors supporting us on our path to a cleaner, greener planet. Join us in making a massive impact. Save the paper and send an email to lee@dirt.co.
Hi, my name is Yewande, and I am a co-founder at Salubata. And at Salubata, we make modular shoes from plastic bottles. I used to work as an environmental lawyer, and we had problems containing plastic pollution. In Lagos, Nigeria, where I am from, our drainages and canals are often choked with plastic bottles and waste. So whenever it rains, Lagos gets flooded. Growing up, we experienced displacement as a result of the flood, only to realize that the plastic plague is not limited to Lagos. It is a global problem. In a year alone, there are over 381 million tons of plastic wastes produced. Sadly, 91% of these wastes have never been recycled. And so with a background in environmental science, the arts, and in shoe design, my team and I started imagining how we could convert all of these plastic wastes to shoes. Here's our innovation. Not only are the shoes made from recycled plastic wastes, but they're also modular in form. Modular in the sense that one can readily detach an upper component and attach as many uppers in as many colors as possible. We have a global patent and 2 design rights on our innovation. Our shoes are breathable, durable, stain-free, and infused with air bubbles to fit our customers' dynamic lifestyle and healthful needs. The air bubbles give our customers an euphoric feeling of walking on clouds. 5% of our profits are dedicated to empowering women in underserved communities. The global footwear market by 2027 will be valued at $530 billion, while the sustainable footwear market is growing at 5.8% per year. We generate revenue from the sale of our shoes. Each full shoe costs $160, while each extra upper component costs $80. We plan to infuse a subscription model into our business, which we call modularity as a service. This will enable us to generate recurring revenue from the sale of our upper modular pieces all year round. Till date, we have generated $840,000 in revenue, and we plan to reach 1,000 sales month on month for the next 6 months. Our CEO fella has a bachelor's and master's degree in environmental toxicology and pollution management with 10 years of experience as an environmental scientist. I am the chief of operations and a 2-time founder. We have key advisors from the likes of Nike, Adidas, and more. Our goal is to offset over 82 million tons of CO2 equivalent to empower over 282,000 women through our charitable work and to convert over 6 billion plastic wastes into shoes. Join us in ending plastic wastes, one shoe at a time. Thank you.
Albert Einstein said that the hardest thing in the world to understand is taxes. And while TurboTax did make this easier for the consumer, 70% of every single return filed to the IRS is with a tax professional. Who's making it easier for them? I can personally tell you, no one does. As a systems engineer turned tax pro, I got to see firsthand how tax professionals are going back and forth with clients for days and entering every single line of every single form into software that looks like this. In fact, this billion-dollar software company that owns the tax pro industry did have a major innovation the last couple of years. You want to know what it is? You can now press Control-C and Control-V to copy and paste it to their software. I'm not making this up. The IRS website says that it takes 4 hours to fully complete a tax return per client. 4 hours. We're getting that down to 20 minutes. Introduce it to you, SmartWiz, changing the tax prep experience. Clients can now get their taxes done through a conversation. Securely upload documents. AI takes that information, inputs it for the tax professional, officially eliminating data entry. We then integrate, manage, and file returns in minutes, not hours, for the first time ever, all in one place. And we get paid pretty fairly to do so. We get paid yearly and monthly, and a fee for every single return filed on our platform. We started with a controlled beta cohort that yielded us $250,000 year to date with 50 tax companies. We already have another 100 in a month. And the beauty of this huge industry is that there are 140,000 more tax firms being served by a very limited amount of companies. See, there are 14 IRS-approved tax professional softwares in the United States. Most of them make over $100 million a year, and they've done this with no real innovation because they know that it's a very high barrier to entry. But after 2 years of going through the rigorous IRS approval process, guess who just became number 15? SmartWiz, powered by TaxWiz. This team of engineers and accountants who built it out of desperation is changing the way 260 million returns will be filed while having fun doing it. So to Albert Einstein, yeah, taxes are pretty complex, but now thanks to us and our software, they'll be easier forever. Thank you.
Weren't they amazing? We are so proud of how much you've accomplished in just 13 weeks and even more excited to see what you'll accomplish next. I'm Jenny Leung, Senior Program Director, and before we close the program, we have a few thank yous to give to those who have made this program possible. First, to our hundreds of mentors, thank you. As you've heard from Matt earlier, we are the first program to run 2 concurrent programs with Techstars Healthcare and Techstars Los Angeles, and collectively in just our first month, our founders had over 2,100 mentor meetings. Thank you for living the gift-first value and showing up to give your time, expertise, and access to your networks to really help our founders accelerate. Next, we have an amazing collection of global partners who've not only stepped in with support from their companies, but also dug in to really help our founders succeed. Thank you to all of our global partners for your support. To our wonderful team, Ahmed Mirza, Alex Hunhazy, Sherman Williams, Kim Nixon, John Zimmerman, Jason Limbeck, and our extraordinary program team, Mary Tan, Avanti Shah, Jake Lace, Jacob Saitzu, Andrea Ramirez, and Erica Parker. Thank you for showing up every day with your great energy and readiness to help our founders. We could not have done these 2 programs without you. Finally, a big thank you to the families. Your support while your wives, husbands, girlfriends, boyfriends, mothers, and fathers participated in Techstars meant so much to them and to us. We are so happy to welcome you to the Techstars family. And that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in.